How do you switch it on?
Switch on, yeah. Switch on.
Oh,
All the way. No, yeah.
good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Planning and Highways Committee meeting of Attleborough Town Council, being held this evening on Monday, the 6th of January, 2005. 25 even. Yeah, back to 20 years. Item number 2, apologies for absence. I think we've got everybody present, have we?
Yeah, everyone's.
Okay, excellent. Item 3, declarations of interest. Anybody got any pecuniary interests? No. Good. Item number 4, moving quickly on. First, public participation. Anybody got anything to raise? No?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Regarding the convenience store that's potentially being built on London Road. We own the store, Osborne store, Road.
Yeah.
All that's going to be mostly built is 500 meters away from our store. It's claiming to be a top-up store. Obviously, it's 4,000 square foot. This is something that will hurt us as a business,
Yeah.
independent business, against the huge company like the Holland. Again, it's something that we quite worried about.
Sure.
And something that we will look to objectively tackle.
Yeah, you're obviously within your rights to do that.
It's also the only post office in town.
Yeah.
It will hit us hard if they do come in, and we will potentially lose our store, which means the town will lose the post office. So yeah, there's quite a few things that we would like to do, but
Yeah. I mean, our position as a town council, we're very limited. We're a consultee with a very limited voice, but obviously we can relay your concerns to the planning department at the district council. They're the decision makers ultimately, aren't they? But
can you tell us what the other objections are?
yeah, more. Do you have other objections as well?
Yeah, I mean, we've got I'm sending a letter out in the next couple of days.
Right.
T-cell, etc. We've outlined everything on there, which is why we're here today, and hopefully you'll be able to forward that on board.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. No, I personally, I understand your concerns entirely. So, yeah.
I mean, it's not just a business; it's also, the traffic, the road, busy roads, school, and still the issue on the school.
Yeah.
There's so many things there that take into account. Even just talking to customers, local customers, and hearing their thoughts as well. So, like I said, we'll outline everything on there. So
Yeah, do that. Yeah. That's the best way forward, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for your input. Anybody else got any comments to make? Anybody around the table got any comment? Oh, sorry.
The actual town site, I noticed they haven't been put up yet. Just wondered.
I have chased it in at mid-December, and I had an acknowledgement, and so I'm just waiting for them to get back to me to let me know when they exactly will be. But I have expressed concern. Highways, yeah.
It's not where they're going to be going, the roads they're going on.
Yeah. Wherever the existing signs are, they will be replaced there. Where there isn't a sign, it will be from when I was with the highways engineer, it would be where the, we go into the 30 mile an hour zone from entry. So I'm thinking there is a sign, already on Ellingham Road. There is one on, Buckingham Road, yeah, and Norwich Road,
Because I noticed when we came into town, we popped through town this morning,
yeah.
and we couldn't see one along. I
London,
missed it, so it might be
Yeah.
my fault, I can blind to it. Didn't see one along London Road.
that's the one that I'm thinking of, yeah, there
And
isn't
so
one
we
there,
came around the long way, came
Yeah,
up the
there
A1
isn't one, is there?
I
Yeah,
couldn't see one
No.
going past.
so, but it will be where it changes into a 30 thereabouts, yeah.
And also when you've got both post office.
Yeah, that's all part and parcel of that, but I had chased it mid-December, so yeah, I was curious as to know when they would, because obviously, I think the order was placed in about April, so it's almost a year, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And also on that same sort of note, highways, the cleaning up of the bollards and that on the entrances to the town. That hasn't been looked at since I
Okay.
spoke to you about it.
I'll have to chase that, yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody around the table got any comments on the points that have been raised?
Say something on this, I must admit, I'm not comfortable with the those convenience stores, front school either. For
Good
various reasons.
Did you? Well, no, I don't think it's the right place personally,
No,
but.
not at all.
No.
Great concerns with traffic,
Yeah,
children, it's just not the right place.
yeah, I share Councillor Thwaites' concerns on that one. I wasn't sure if we could talk about now or when it came up on the agenda, but I think my concerns have been noted on that one, certainly from a traffic perspective, if nothing else.
Okay, well, we can discuss it further. Right, moving on then to item 5 on the agenda, minutes of the Planning and Highways Committee meeting on the 16th of December 2024. Anybody got any comments to make on those? And a proposal for acceptance, Councillor Dale. Councillor Taylor seconding. All those in favour, please.
Okay, yeah, 2 abstentions,
Worst
yeah. Okay.
Right, moving on to planning matters, item 6A. First one for consideration is personally interest, but it's not me who's made the planning.
Do you live there?
No, no,
Oh, you don't live there?
no, sorry, nothing to do with me anymore.
Oh, right, sorry.
That's why I don't know why it's in the company. Item,
You bet just live there, but you don't know.
yeah. Item P, reference PL 2024-1057 DCA, it's discharge of conditions. It's the former offices of BHA Consulting Limited, which I own. But I have no interest in the property whatsoever. And I've actually moved out of there now as well, so, but it's discharge of conditions. Why it's listed as BHA Consulting, I'm not entirely sure, because that's not correct. The company has no involvement in the planning application at all. But anyway, it's discharge of conditions, so I mean, it's just a procedural matter, really. Moving on to item reference PL 2024-1119 FMIN Street Record Apple Tree Close, Attleborough, change of use of land for the siting of 9-number residential park homes. Can you get any comments on that? No, okay. Reference PL 2024-1125 FMIN Sherborne House Hotel, 8 Norwich Road, Attleborough. Proposed change of use of an office outbuilding to use Class C1, 2-number hotel rooms. No issue? No. I've got no issue with that. It's within the curtilage of the existing building.
Yeah, it's office space. Why is the suddenly the urge for all these rooms there? Anyone know?
It's business decision.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I say there's no, it's just a change of use basically, isn't it? So, anybody else got any comments at all? No? So I think we passed those with no comments, no objections. Item 6B, consultation of the Town Country Planning Act 1990, PL 2024-1096 PAAR, Birkenstock Farm Lane Road, Attleborough. Application to determine if prior approval is required for a proposed change of use from agricultural buildings to light industrial class E. Again, change of use. I've got no objection. No, no, okay. And then finally, in reference B, PL 2024-1104 HOU, the Foundry Corner, Buckingham Road, Attleborough, proposed single-storey swimming pool enclosure. Again, within the purpose of the plot, provided the neighbours have got no issue. So, no objection? No comments?
Yeah.
Then moving on to item 6C, as we discussed just recently, proposing a convenience store at London, front of Rosecroft Primary School, London Road, Attleborough. Consensus is it's not the right place.
No.
Councillor Tyler.
I would beg to differ. It's not in the right place. I mean, purely, but I totally understand from a business point of view, whether that's on the side of any planning considerations. And just for my councillors, all we can do is comment on planning considerations, not what we think from a business point of view, though I totally understand and respect that. I think from a planning point of view, I mean, that land's always been there. It's gone through various stages. One of it was meant to be industrial anyway. That part of the land was swapped with the school, so a big number of variations on that area of different usage. It's on a main road, it's accessible to local housing, it provides facilities, so from a planning point of view, location, it's accessible. Planning point of view, I can't see any objections. I know it will come into parking, but I think that would be looked at separately in traffic generation. But again, we are looking at it's the convenience store, regardless, it might be a very large convenience store. And back to, we're about, looking to the future in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, we're looking at people walking and cycling more. And you've got to start soon. It's not, we've got to ensure that everyone accesses by time. There are decisions. So, personally, my view is, I support it. From a purely planning point of view.
Councillor Wingfield.
So in response to Councillor Tyra, yeah, certainly from a planning perspective, this meeting is planning and highways, so understand this planning application. From a highways point of view, if nothing else, and I think Councillor Thwaites and I are both in agreement on this one based on our previous statements to councillors. I think the disruption, the congestion, the health and safety element to, and in terms of drop-offs for Rosecroft Primary School and collections as well is pretty poor at the moment, to put it mildly. And given where that proposed convenience store is, with relatively limited parking space for the size of the store, I think that would only elevate the problems that are currently there. So yes, I understand where you're coming from a planning perspective. I'm looking at it from a planning and highways perspective.
But so might the lot to conform to the guidance of highways.
Yeah, but
and if they do, then
plus, of course, supporting local independent businesses as well. Yeah. So yeah.
Any comments?
Yeah, I know I tried to stay out of 5 minutes here, so I introduced myself at district level. But I do think that the issues that Councillor Wingfield has raised in terms of the traffic and the parking issues that we're already experiencing in that area, which causes highway safety concerns already, is a material consideration and then justification for objection.
Anybody else?
Yeah,
And if you also have a facility like that near a school, inevitably you're going to have a lot of parents who will want to use the
They'll
school.
use it to the-
You'll have them piling in. What you'll also have is parents parking there to drop off their children. That they will abuse that, I can guarantee you.
Yeah,
So 20 spaces seems quite inadequate
Yeah.
for even if it is regarded as what they say a small store. 20 spaces, I would question,
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
enough? Because, you know, like, that isn't,
Could I just?
that's like,
Yeah, sure.
that's like the size of
If,
Arthur.
if through highways, there's guidance, it's not conformed to highways and parking services, then fine.
Yeah.
It'll be reduced, but. You know,
Yeah.
so let highways dictate that, there is guidance to have to conform to, rather than just.
There are parking standards. that we need.
You get other reasons, but we don't.
Yeah.
That's the place.
Principle is sound is the wrong location. All I would say, provision is fine, but I'm not sure that a lot of thought has gone into the impact of that. Essentially, traffic, children,
Yeah.
and just the wrong place for it.
I think the bottom line is that fundamentally, technically, there's nothing wrong with it, it's still considered.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, probably not. Better way of putting it. Yes. Okay, right.
So, it's my personal view.
Yes.
Yeah, Councillor Tyler.
I mean, it's more of a reminder for all of us, you know, you kind of touched on it there. If technically within planning it's deemed acceptable, we have to remind ourselves as councillors, as long as you say this is my personal point of view, I think it's a more position which is subjective rather than
No, I fully
to the
accept that.
conform, which is fine,
Yeah,
because we all do that, it's
Yeah,
human
yeah,
behaviour.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
as long as we remember that, and it's,
Okay.
it's a subjective comment rather than it's.
well, the objective comment then would be having a look at the traffic.
Yeah.
Impact currently, let alone the forecast traffic impact coming forward.
Also needs traffic survey.
They'd have to do that as part of transport assessment,
Yes.
flows, surveys, peak times of.
Are they wanting?
So we're second guessing until we see the intent.
Are they wanting comments at the moment, or is it, it's a case of raising it for the minute?
I mean, I think we can raise comments that, you know, certain councillors have raised concerns in terms of highway impact.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said right at the outset, I mean,
Obviously got the agenda.
yeah. I mean, as I said at the outset, our input is limited. You know, we are consultative just in the same way as anybody else. Our influence is not that far reaching, but we can certainly state that. Everyone's happy with that? Okay.
So what do you want me to put forward then? I needed guidance. Traffic concerns?
Then we've got concerns over highway safety and traffic volumes and
Individual safety as well.
yeah, and whether it's
Yeah,
the right place and the juxtaposition of
yeah,
shoppers and school children.
okay.
Okay. Thanks. No. Right, moving on to item 7, highway matters for consideration and resolution. Paris Partnerships bus shelters. We made
Well,
progress on that.
just to say, I haven't heard anything and.
So we've
yeah.
submitted the.
Yeah, the application is in, so we're
Application,
just
yeah.
waiting to hear.
Okay. Item 8, neighbourhood plan update for consideration and resolution. See, we've
Yeah.
got meeting's been postponed, hasn't it?
The actual, the neighbourhood plan review steering group meeting has been postponed, so it might be the next Thursday or the Thursday after. And just to say that there's a walk around on Wednesday, on this coming Wednesday, it's the design code walk around. So whoever is going to attend with these two consultants, are going to attend. They will be just sort of looking around the town centre at the features in the conservation. And obviously at the next meeting, we will be finalising the consultation.
Yeah.
Which is due to go out in February.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
So, Chair, can I just, is that 10 o'clock meeting here?
There's going to be an initial meeting at 10:30, and then there's going to be a walk around afterwards, and that will probably last most of the day. I think it's going to be around about till 3 o'clock apparently, or 2:30 to 3. So yeah, it's quite. Yeah, might need to bring you wellies.
Item number 9, cemetery land update for consideration resolution to consider further information on quotes on the groundwater risk assessment within cemetery land circuit initiative. We've got an alternative quote now.
Well, you've still got the 2 quotes, and I was just asked to go back, which I've sent that out this afternoon. The basic problem with the very high quote that we had at the last meeting was because they have provided figures for a tier 3 assessment, which our consultant CDS feel as if obviously at this stage that was, that was the reason why that the figures were higher.
Yeah.
And they said that it wasn't actually probably it was unnecessary at this stage. They said when you've done a tier 2, which is what they've quoted for, they would be liaising with the Environment Agency, and based on the data, they would then the Environment Agency would be asked if they require any more information. If they do, then you would move on to a tier 3. Yeah. So that's why it is higher. So they've not really looked at the remit, and they haven't really asked any questions in depth. So I would say it would probably be best to stick with CDS's figures, because they're much, much cheaper, and it is. If you agree, it is tier 2 is much more appropriate to be going forward with.
Makes sense. Absolutely.
Yeah, I saw your summary, which is really helpful. Thank you.
Yes.
Because it is a bit apples and pears, isn't it?
Yes.
At the moment.
Yeah. Yes.
So I agree with your suggestion. That's makes sense to me.
So shall I?
You want to vote on that?
Yeah, for the CDS quote. Yeah.
So you propose?
Yeah.
Anybody second that? That's the right we would take. All those in favour?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's just progress on that. Item 10, update on the NPPF National Planning Policy Framework for consideration resolution.
Yeah. I mean, really, it sort of says consideration and resolution, but I think that was really for information. So you don't really have to vote on it, but it's just, I thought, it would be helpful to have an update on, certainly with the Breckland consultation.
Sure.
As well as, sort of like what the government are proposing. So you have had that information, sort of future reference.
Have you got any comments, Councillor Tara?
Did we ask, or did I ask last time that this is kind of incorporated into neighbourhood plans to go full lead on what the changes are to the NPPF?
Yes.
What the impacts are onto neighbourhood plan, taking into account where Breckland are sitting at the moment on drafting the local plan. So councillors here have got a bit more information to make more informed decisions.
Yeah. Would that go to steering group though? So what I've provided for you is planning highways. I would then also put that same information to the steering group.
To be honest, something as big as this, I'd send it to full council.
Yeah.
The day's work needs to go through the steering group, but I'll leave it to the councillors. But there's some pretty important changes, so pretty important when you read.
Everybody needs to be aware.
I think all councillors need to be aware.
Okay.
Rather than just say go away and read it, that's too many.
Is it appropriate for council? Isn't this delegated committee for?
I'll leave it to councillors.
Yeah, this is what we're doing. Yeah, it's tricky.
I think it's just a matter of raising an awareness of it, though.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to go through any detail.
No. I'll send it out to everyone. Yes.
Moving on to item 11, street lighting on the new development near the old Grampian site for consideration of resolution. Old Chestnut. I thought
It's just not because
I thought we.
Well, it wasn't on the agenda for the last meeting, so I've put it on this meeting, so you can officially comment a week in it. Oh, right.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
In principle, we don't like street, we won't take on street lighting.
Yeah. Do you want to sort of reiterate that then
Yeah.
after 2 years?
Highways responsibility.
Well, I will say, very disappointingly, I am like-minded. I 100% feel that street lighting is the responsibility of the Highways
Yeah.
Authority, especially in an area such as this one. But I would say that on the 7th of November, as a district member, I had a training session led by Norfolk Council on highways. And when I challenged on this particular site after we received residents' representations during our meeting, I was told that they have amended their policy as not to be responsible for the street lighting. So very disappointing. I mean, a policy can always be changed, but their stance at the moment is that they have a no street lighting policy. Very unfortunate.
Within some areas, but.
Safety issue.
Yeah.
Junctions, but the rest of it is, unless there's
People
like
say
safety and all the safety.
The recommendations from Norfolk County Council would be that a commuted sign is requested and the town parish councils take the street lighting. Which that runs out at some point, doesn't it? So it's
Yeah.
not necessarily
You have to
practical
look.
or in our interest,
No,
but
Yeah.
you know,
And
it's
just-
it's the residents, it's the decision.
shifting their responsibility. Right? Hmm. That's very disappointing.
Is it wise to have like not for this council then to not have any sort of stance and take each application as it comes so you can.
I think
assess
each
them
one wants to be
individually?
taken on its own merits, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, agreed,
Well-
but I thought in passing, my men staying to get older. I thought we had a blanket policy or the town council will not.
No.
Become anymore.
But whether street lighting is required, I mean, obviously if street lighting is deemed not to be required, there's no issue, but I mean, that's few and far between, I would have thought. But,
Yeah,
yeah,
if it's required, we're saying we're not going to do it. anyway.
yeah.
Could I suggest that obviously tonight it's the street light item is in relation to the Grampian site, which of course we could make representations on, but they're not going to retrospectively put it in.
No,
So quite frankly, it would be a waste of our officers' time. But perhaps at the next meeting we could have an item to discuss our stance as a council
That's a
on
good idea,
future
yeah.
street lighting in planning applications.
okay. Moving on quickly, item 12, second public participation. Anybody got anything further to add? No, oh,
So, yeah, we just, reference to, I can't see the chat. You were talking about that. You mentioned the history, regarding the actual recycling. And it's been through different things, but, I mean, the site was allocated for employment purposes within the 1999 local plan, right? However, as part of the new school development, it was removed from employment use and an alternative site was provided within Hatboro for employment purposes, which was also endorsed within the 2019 Brecon local plan. Planning applications relevant to this point are as follows: the 630 people primary school which built and been built. It was then a 52-place nursery, erection of 16 dwellings, 8 of which have started, right? So the land that the co-op are proposing on should have actually been 8 dwellings. But you're aware of that, right?
Yeah. By the way, I don't disagree with what you're saying at all. But these are the issues just got to go through.
Any more for any more?
So considering the shortage we've got as well,
Mm.
housing. It's not relevant.
Okay. Right, moving on to item 13, items for the next agenda. I think we've got
I've got the stance on future street lighting.
yeah, then the general rolling over items.
Yeah, and I might have some news on the bus shelters.
Yeah.
You never know.
Good.
Possibly.
Okay,
So can I just ask, I think at the last meeting or the meeting before asked if you could look at or chase up whether footpaths or footways.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I
No,
know
that's-
that. I've got it in the notes. It's in the notebook. So I just haven't got around to that, Ed, yet.
No, that's just all related.
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah, anything further to add? Meeting closed, thank you very much.